Oh, camera is taking picture. It's not going to work today. Okay. Okay. Car not best look wide. Are ready to shoot. It's affecting you. Is it too much big? After the intro, I think I'll use my phone. Okay, we go in the name of the Lord. We have not even started. They are starting with adverts. Okay, let's go put it there. I'll launch the program first. Hey, good morning. Morning. This is the Vintage Talkshow with the Fudge. You're welcome. Wherever you are listening to us or watching us, you're welcome. Welcome to this lovely 4th day of October. It's my special month. Why? I'll tell you later. I'm your uncle. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Fudge. Quickly, we do the introductions. The lilies are here. It's nice to have with us this morning. Looking regal in, is it burgundy with some sequins and beads and all head to toe. Good morning. This morning, Ogundadegbe.
Good morning to everybody. Happy New Month. Happy Independence Season. Good morning and welcome to the Vintage Talk Show. Stay with us as we give you Independence Season.
Okay, where is that the reason why you are dressed like this? As if you are going from here to a wedding or something. What's going on, Isive? Yeah?
Okay, part of the reason why I'm dressed like this is because today is my mom's. We are opening my mom's shop today, our clothing line. Yes.
So from here is live, okay? That's Sisi Oge or something?
Sisi Adire Essence.
Sisi Adire Essence. Yeah,
Yes.
That's nice. Lovely. Okay, I was suspecting something special must be on. Okay, glad to hear that. And congratulations to Madam Sisi, my friend's wife. Great to hear that. Congratulations. Yeah. And here is also we have Omolara. Which one will I say now? Olariwaju Famuyiwa Olariwaju. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Uncle Fudge. Good morning, Lagos. Welcome to another beautiful edition of the Vintage Talk Show. Please stay tuned and enjoy us.
Yes, stay tuned and enjoy us. Yes. Today we'll continue to speak truth to power as we always do and shine light on dark spots as we come to you. Let's start with quote for the week. quote for the week. Now listen. It says it's a Congolese saying, and it says a single bracelet does not jingle. If you wear a single bracelet, you are not likely to hear any sound. Like, our people also have a similar saying, like a tree does not make a forest. However big, lovely, beautiful the bracelet is, if it's just one, it's not going to make any sound. And the beauty of it, as I think ladies should know better than that, that the beauty of it is when you wear those things, shakara, 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 Abby.
Mm.
Okay, if shakara, shakara will be sounding different, dangling and jingling and all that. So essentially we're saying one man can make the difference. You can't make the difference. We need unity, we need cooperation, we need togetherness. You can always achieve great things when you are united and you are in number that can overwhelm the opposition. But one great man in a field or amongst the million of idiots, it will still the result will still sound idiotic. So yeah, let's think about that. And finally, the last bit for introduction before we go for commercial is fact checking, what we call the knowledge booster. You might have heard or read stuff like, did you know that human beings only use 10% of their brains? Have you heard that before? Because me, I'm a victim. I've been saying it for until late last year when I found out. I used to tell my students that we don't use all of our this and all that. Have you heard that before, Yusufe?
Yes, I have read it several times.
Okay. Amalara, have you heard
I've
that?
I've heard of it
Ah,
too. I've heard.
aha. The fact checker says it is false. That is a myth. Brain scans show that almost every part of the brain has a function, and different areas light up for different tasks. From moving your fingers to remembering your childhood, even when you are asleep, the brain is busy repairing, sorting memories, and regulating the body. The idea likely came from a misquote of early psychologists or a misunderstanding of brain activity. The truth is, we use all of our brain, just not all at once. The real potential lies not in unlocking some hidden 90%, but in how well we train the parts we already use. So use your brain properly. There's no hidden 90%. We can use all. There's some people they will not read much. They say they have a dick. Okay, leave the brain for book. Go and play Ludo in your brain, or go and play Scrabble, or chess, whatever you fancy. That's how you are. Then we'll take a break and come back on the other side. Oh, you don't hear this song? Crazy person. It's not playing us. Do you have your type C here?
No, I didn't marry each other.
Okay. I'm sure it's from my end. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Techno attending any meeting on 10 years. Well, we're back, and this is the Vintage Talk Show. Uh, Next up is entertainment from the ladies by my side. So let's start with Esife. Your first story.
Jarvis reclaims identity.
Please take that again.
Jarvis reclaims identity.
Okay.
TikTok creator Elizabeth Amodu, popularly known as Jarvis, is stepping out of the shadow of her boyfriend, Pella, to reclaim her brand. Known for AI-themed skits, Jarvis has returned to her signature style and is exploring new independent projects. Her latest video, Filmed at the National Stadium and directed by Kenza Arts Africa, drew praises for its graphics, costumes, and choreography, earning out fresh admiration from fans.
Which who told you that she was under one shadow before? Eh? You all these journalists, they're always looking for problems. You know, I'll read somebody will be advising her, yeah, you should not leave your own career. She's leaving the career. Do you know what the woman is planning? Did you see her video when she did this? Was it this robots routine in is it UK or US or something?
Yes, so yes, so
Yeah, it was
Okay.
it was quite
yeah.
sensational to some people.
Mm.
I didn't find that very interesting. Because it plays like a machine. And people stopped on the way. It looked nice to them, and they appear to enjoy it. So that's staying out of. Meanwhile, they went to that place with the so-called boyfriend. That's not the shadow. The boys don't. Just like Wala. Okay. Let's take one from Omolara. Yes, so that I can do it back and forth. Yes, your number one story, Omolara. Omolara, are you with us? Okay, Stephen, I think you should go ahead. Go ahead with your second story.
Yes, yes. Yes, okay.
Oh, okay. Which one are you saying yes to? Are you ready with your first story?
I'm ready now.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, I'm ready. Burna Boy clarifies Fela's role. Burna Boy has explained while Fela Kuti heavily influenced him, the Afrobeat legend did not directly inspire his music. In a chat with tennis icon Roger Federer on Complex Gold Talk, Burna Boy said Fela's albums were the soundtrack of his childhood and shaped his awareness. Though his sound evolved independently, he still described every Fela album as a GOAT record.
What's the man saying that? It's what's the man saying? It's not about semantics. If somebody is what's it called it? He said influenced you. If somebody influenced you and you produce a work of art, you will likely be inspired. That means you are inspired. What is he saying? What's the difference between inspiration and influence? The
You
man
know,
is
influence in the
boy's
aspect of sport.
mom was a dancer with Fela. The boy's grandfather was Fela's first manager, was his second manager. So everything around him is Fela that will be soaking in and all that. I will not. It just says inspiration. It doesn't change anything. Your music is organically different. Ah, Father of the day has joined us. Good morning, Mr. T. We, we saw you online. There was offline.
Good morning.
Oh, they've seized his voice again. The devil is a liar. You will come back stronger. Okay, Ezime, what's your next story? Your Bolanle Nolo.
Bolanle Ninolowo defends divorce.
You say again?
Bolanle Ninolowo defends divorce.
Okay.
Actor Bolanle Ninolowo has publicly declared pride in his divorce from his wife, Bumi, finalized after years of separation and reconciliation. A blogger recently shared a supposed apology from the actor over infidelity, but Ninolowo dismissed it as false, insisting he stands firmly by his decision to move on.
Apparently, he has divorced the wife, Abby. I mean, the wife has divorced him. One of them did whatever.
Yes.
And so, why are you people still writing about whether he has divorced or not? The man has he said he's moving on, and you people you don't want to move on. What's your problem? You know, he has declared that it's okay with his wife's the divorce, and you people are still pulling strings. Ah, wow. Okay, Omolara, you have the
Two
floor
Baba
on two.
debunks, two Baba debunks arrest rumor. Two Baba has dismissed rumor that he was arrested in the UK after an alleged altercation with his wife Natasha. Speaking in an Instagram video, He said his absence from his UK tour launch was due to medical emergency. The singer assured fans the tour would be rescheduled and promised an even better show.
Mr. T. Tokunbo Ojekunle has joined us eventually, network permitting. How are you this morning,
Yeah,
sir?
I could be better, but I thank God. How are you guys? I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening. Your audio is glitching, and so yeah, I don't know, but it's okay. Can you listen? Can you hear me? Can you really hear me?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear. So I'm hearing it
Ah, wow.
live and it's loud and clear. That glitches you are hearing, nobody will hear them at home. Just try and manage to hear me. And you speak in your normal way. And fine. We'll be fine. So what
Okay,
do you have to say about your
okay.
your younger brother? Two Face said it was not fight with Natasha that caused
Um,
his absence in the
yeah. Sorry,
show.
I yeah. Ah, wow. I want to pick up quickly from the Afro Bado stuff. I noticed recently that some of them are trying hard to rewrite the history of Afrobeat, and
Mhm.
I've read few. Somebody said it's just a movement, that that's all. That was even on CNN. I had that from. I won't mention names. One of us, are musicians. It's just a movement, and that's all, you know. And I get worried when I hear things like that. So there must be a deliberate intentional effort to rewrite the history of Afrobeat.
Yeah, they really mean Mr. T today. It's gone off again. We'll pick it up. Whoever is sent to revise you to revise the history of whoever's trying to
Yeah.
revise the history of Afrobeat or
Yes.
Afrobeat, as they call it,
Yes.
is a
Yeah. They're
wasted
trying to
effort.
rewrite it.
You, you can't
You know.
you can't clap with one hand.
No, it's not
It's a
possible.
waste.
It's not possible. It's not looking good. And the other one that said he's canceling, is he canceling? His tours has been cancelled and stuff. We have to be mindful of what impression those kind of cancellations bring to the mind of the people. You have to book ahead. Let's start from that. You need to book ahead for such a huge concert. That is, buy tickets ahead of time. And when people
Yeah.
have bought tickets ahead of time, and it gets to a point where you have to shift the show or shift the venue or shift the date, it brings very, unpalatable thoughts in people's minds. And you may never get the right numbers anymore, but they have bought their tickets. So everything has to be well laid and done. Yeah, and people begin to look at you funnily, and it's an international outing. So that's where I get worried sometimes. Yeah, I get worried sometimes. You have to nip those ends. Yeah, nip them neatly. And so people begin to take you very seriously, and not feel funny. Some people live their lives on visiting concerts. Yeah, a lot of people I know, even people I don't even know, statistics show that many people love live things, live concerts. So they would book it and they would want to go visit and watch you live. And when it gets to that point, something begins to happen. So when next you come, they're skeptical. So the image matters to me, not only the money. The image matters to me. Yeah.
I think the underlining focus that he was yapping on is that what caused his absence was a medical emergency, and not that he was beating his new wife, which was the claim on social media that he was having fisticuffs with Natasha. And he said, I
Natasha.
can remember, if you don't know this thing, don't don't spread rumors and all that, and that he will make good with them. I don't know how concert goers live with such things. Somebody will just fall ill or whatever, and there's nothing you can do about it. But you get annoyed when you hear that it was because he was doing boxing match with somebody else. That's why he couldn't come. Maybe they gave him a knockout or something, or they gave him a black eye, and all that. It must be very telling and painful to concert goers. Like I said, they plan ahead, they come with families, they want to do this, they want to have fun and all that. And they are there looking at the empty stage, whatever. Well, we wish if it is indeed an emergency. We hope
Yeah.
all is and it gets better. And if it is not, if it's the smoke that people are saying,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
and prayer today.
Yeah. Lara,
And
good
it's,
morning. I see. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir. You
Pastor.
doing today?
I'm sorry. I didn't do that last week. I remember when I watched back again, I didn't do that. I just entered like a
okay,
lone man and I started it.
okay, that's what that's what the networks cause you to do. You're
Yeah.
just getting on. Let me just get on. Let me just get on. Okay, Omolara, your number three story.
Kunle Afolayan, Oyo State, North
Is that
Youth
you?
Resident.
Is that you?
I- Yeah.
Yeah, I want the next one.
Seju Babyface advise men on cheating.
Okay.
Comedian Teju Babyface has stirred debate with advice to men not to confess infidelity to their wives. In a YouTube video, he argued that such confessions are manipulative, serving only to relieve guilt rather than help the spouse. He urged men to focus on repentance through changed behavior instead.
Ah, well,
But I don't know where to start on that one.
women here. Okay, one is married, one is single. Uh, they both feel the pains of cheating.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Let
Mm-hmm.
me start with the single woman. What do you think, Esife, of Teju's advice?
His advice, I'm not in full support of his advice. I feel that if a man should cheat, the man should tell the wife and then look for ways to genuinely repent and avoid it rather than, because if he doesn't tell the wife will later find out. Women have a way we can go and investigate, can do all sorts just to find out if the man is
If
cheating
you
or
don't
not.
suspect the man, why are you investigating?
Why are you
Except you
investigating?
have, what are you investigating? And then if he tells the woman, will that not cause a ruckus and spoil the relationship? Because we are human beings. Even if you made the cheating under duress or under influence or some other mad reason, you know, not it's not justifiable, right? And the woman will
Yeah.
feel hurt, especially if he doesn't do it, isn't it? So should you tell the woman or just tell God?
Hmm.
Both.
Both.
Yes, so
Eh,
both.
you're
Both.
a single woman. Let's look at a married woman. Omolara, what do you think?
Sincerely, the issue is dicey because what you don't know at times does not hurt you,
Hmm.
and
Huh.
I can't really tell how I might react if I get to find out. But
Okay.
normal me, God helping me, I can't even do so. In some situation, if it's a one time thing, I might okay overlook. But if it's becoming every now, I'll react to.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
possible for a man to cheat and be coming to confess every time?
No, when it's not a baby.
What is that? Okay, okay. I don't know. I don't know. Mr. T, where are you on this point?
No, something. They're all right. But I just sat down here. I said to myself, experience teaches you better. Once the man opens his mouth to say, "Look, I'm sorry, I did this and this and this," something erodes trust.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when trust gives way in a matrimonial setup, there's a problem. That is, eroding trust means never to be believed again. even when he says he's going to the supermarket down the road. Do you get it? So, yeah, that consumes the woman. That's the truth. Now the guy now says, better don't say anything, no, just keep it to yourself. Oh. Someone here, I think it was a friend that said, look, women will always find out.
Yeah.
And even if they don't go out of their way to find out, they will be at a small gathering someday. And then somebody slips it out. That's one. Secondly, all these are online social use for boys. See how they are causing problem in Natasha and the other person. They just sit down and concoct stories. Even when they see you walk down the street with your sister, holding hand with your sister into, and is wahala. And the woman begins, well, look, come and see. That's Sister Sholana. Look at her. So who is the person? Do you get it? And then everybody is on guard. It doesn't give. Love should be seamless. Marriage should be seamless. Let it flow. Because you picked yourselves from different places. You are not from the same biological stretch. So you must give allowance for A, B, C, and D, but you must understand each other. You must understand each other. Look, those who get married to our great star celebs, right? They know what they are doing. They really know what they are doing. Do they? I'm not too sure. So when it begins to happen, they are not blabbing online, and I'm saying to myself, what do you expect? Faj, in the days of Fela, you go to Fela, even before he got married to his 27 wives back, before he got married, right? Do you know what the feeling of being around a celeb does to some women? They just want to stay with the person. They just don't know where it's coming from. They just want to. And I think it must have been advised then, look, these people are too heavy on you. They all come along, Kuku do something about it. And that was wild. But he did something about it. So we have to learn to trust and delete. You have to learn to trust and delete. And men, I think if you don't do it, you'll be coded. There's a particular denomination where you can go 100 times before don't let me mention, and stick for retribution. Anytime you go out, you confess, Father, look, I have done this again, you have done this again, you've done this, and you go away. And then you believe that you are forgiven. That's the truth. But what will make that man not go out to do the same thing? Just like Malarai said, it's another problem entirely. It's another problem I can't really answer. But every time you do it, that religion allows you or affords you the opportunity to come and knock and say, hey, I've done it. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. And then you go and you do it again. So before God, just as Osifowora has said, it is the truth. You have to do that before God and do to yourself and do to your wife. And then trust is gone. Trust is gone. The leverage is don't ever do it. That is it. That's the truth. Don't do it. Don't do it. And that's when you now do it and you are caught. You look like a dog. A dog that probably did what you shouldn't do, and you put your tails between your legs, and you are busy spending the whole 1 year after that. You're peeling, being a nice person, buying different things for the woman, different things, odd things. You just go and buy. You just do to pacify her, and she, is guilty, and that's the truth. But I think we need to avoid doing it rather than to do it and be looking for an escape route to kill your conscience or make your conscience glide on. People should like to trust themselves. You must trust themselves. Just trust yourself. Yeah, trust yourselves. I have seen situations where the woman has always been told about what the man was doing, and she was very, 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 very passionate about the relationship. She didn't cut off. And later in life, they now asked her a question. She said her grandmother told her that anywhere you go, they will talk about you and talk about your husband. But do something. The day you agree with them, you have actually defeated the cause of your marriage. So go back inside the house and lock the door, and you begin to talk. So that happens most of the time. And that's how our mothers have gotten over those things. They have gotten over those things. Can I shock you? there's a very, very, but sorry, there is a very famous musician in the high life genre in Lagos. He grew up in Lagos, passed on many years ago. It was the wife that said this after long after he died, that after he goes for his night outing, playing music, he comes back with somebody,
Sorry, Mr.
a woman, and the woman would be in the same house. In fact, there was one day they came in, the man told the woman to, the wife, to evacuate get out of the room.
Ah,
Yeah, it's in the open. You can imagine all that. How did those mothers? How did they get through? How did they pass through those torture? I look at it as it's torture. And she said in some cases, the man will say, Loshon Jefunwa, Aveja. Yeah. Do you understand? So
Hello,
sometimes
Mr.
when you see, yes, touch.
Yeah, the network cut you off for some time.
Oh,
So we didn't hear most of your. Maybe later you reintroduce some of your points. So we're going
no,
to move
don't
on
worry.
with Omolara now. I don't know
Yeah,
what's wrong with the connection.
I
Okay,
don't
I'm going
know.
back live. We are back, and we are suffering from
Yeah,
network hitches
it's the
and glitches.
network.
But
It's terrible.
we keep on at it, keep on working at it. Isife, your Thai currency.
Tayo currency under fire. Buddhist Tayo currency has come under heavy criticism over lyrics he performed at the coronation of Oba Rashidi Ladoja as the new Olubadan of Ibadan land. His line, loosely translated as using insanity to cure insanity, sparked outrage on social media, with critics describing the performance as a cultural embarrassment.
I thought we discussed it, but why are you still talking about drop?
It's trend, not
It's still trending, not new.
it's
I think the guy proved supersonically, and I'm sure he's learned his lesson. You know, it's like having a naming ceremony. You're playing uh, Vagabond in Power or some ludicrous song, just singing something out of tune, out of sort with what's going on. It was inappropriate. I'm sure he's learned from that. So please uh, keep the cane for another day. Eh? Okay. Amolara Onjoke,
Joke
your
Silva
last word.
celebrated at 64. Tributes are pouring in for veteran Nollywood actress Joke Silva as she marked her 64th birthday. In a thankful Instagram post, she praised God for life, family, friends, fans, colleagues, and admirers have since flooded social media with prayers and good wishes for the iconic actress.
Yes, congratulations, Mama Joker
yes, so
Silva.
yeah,
Congratulations,
congrats,
congratulations, congratulations.
congratulations.
29th of September. I've never forgotten that day. It's a lovely woman, and she's a great wife. The husband is a little bit under the weather, uh, issues, old age issues, and all that, and she has kept us herself working hard to protect him, guide him, nurse him, nurture him, even at these trying times. And very strong. Congratulations and happy 64th birthday. Okay, we're done with that. Uh, Isife, do we still have what from you?
Yes,
Okay, you have two. That is one. Do we even need to read this? Okay, let's see. Let's say the number four.
Mandiki's response to petition. Influencer Mandikis has reacted to backlash and a petition calling for her arrest after claiming she would attempt a Guinness World Record for sleeping with 100 men in 24 hours. Guinness quickly disowned the claim, saying it does not endorse sexual activity records. Mendy has since described the announcement as nothing more than a publicity stunt.
I hope Zati did not hear that too.
That brought me back, really. That story brought me back. I heard it.
And you think that girl is okay, and they think that she's okay. You know,
Okay, okay.
she can't be
But
okay
the
now.
girl,
How can you?
but the girl is okay. But the girl is okay. That's probably the first time she will come out and say I did this. Okay.
Yes.
She's probably that's first time. You must have look at the 100 pay. What's wrong with these people?
He now said it there.
I'm,
Before he was
I'm
bone
sorry.
face and saying it and doing banku with it. Suddenly it's now a publicity stunt. How do you do stunt? How do you do stunt with such things? You know, it's so sad. It's so sad.
Wow.
It's great to have with us. Mr. T, let me quickly introduce uh, our party revelers. First, the our social development advocate and legal expert, and I was looking for one way to phrase this Arsenal exploits. They won't let us rest now. They are winning it up and down. You know. Good morning this morning, Bosun Osifowora. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Uncle
Good
Fudge,
morning.
Uncle T,
Good morning. Good morning,
Akintunde-Johnson.
Bosun.
It's a morning, everybody in the studios. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, okay. And now to the latest party man in Lagos. He had his heavy party last. Thank God that Bosun was there. He was there in EFCC spraying money up and down, you know. And then they now brought a big box to prevent any EFCC attack, you know. I just saw Bosun was saying, yeah. I was telling my wife, we should be here. We should be spending, you know.
We were ably represented.
Yes, heavily.
Yes,
Bosun
we
took over for
were.
all of us. You know, congratulations this morning, Akindamola Adeboye, for the homegoing of your dad. 86 years old. That is great. We gave you a call out last week. We didn't hear from you. So that you are practicing your dance with them. And it was lovely. Congratulations. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Uncle Fudge. Molara, this is that's a good morning. So good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
And a very special good morning to Bosun. Bosun ably represented everybody.
Everybody.
He ably represented. And you know something happened at the party. Bosun came in. He wanted to take himself in at the registration center. So my eyes was everywhere. So he said Bosun, and I said, oh yes. So I took him. I thought he was referring that he was a guest of Bosun, who was my younger brother. So when he entered,
Okay.
he realized that the Bosun I was referring to was my younger brother. He said Bosun. He said Bosun. I said, oh, I'm sorry. It's no Bosun. Okay. But it was I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful. I know Baba will be happy because we are really out to celebrate him and we did. For soon was part of the celebration, and everybody had fun. We had fun. We had fun.
Okay. Great. It was a lovely day. We thank God for it. Thank you. I don't know. I didn't get most of Akin's gift. I think it's catching somewhere. I don't know whether it's the last time. I don't hear most of what he's saying. But I mean, you guys were laughing. Something nice was about. let's wrap up. Let's wrap up the entertainment story with the last story. That would be what we think. That's the this one. So I'm going to Don Jazzy. Okay, let's go.
Don Jazzy unmarried. Music of Don Jazzy reflects on what we have lost in pursuit of success. Speaking on the Eco podcast, the 42-year-old said he never expected to still be unmarried at this stage of his life, though he insists he's comfortable either way.
Don Jazzy. Oh, my friend speaking. Is there? Is there? He'd never believe it would be this. Oh my, yeah, yeah. I think all we need now is just prayers. So pray for him that his eyes will stay in one place, that his body will stay normal, and that he will not have. I don't. What kind of prayer will you people give Jazzy now?
And the right woman will come.
And the right woman will come.
She's not doing kami.
No, marriage is tough. Oh, you should just maintain. Marriage is tough. Oh, you should just maintain his lane.
He should maintain his. No. Why? You don't want him to marry. I beg. Marry. I want him to marry, have children, and live right. 42 is not too old now. It's still possible. And I mean, we have seen. I saw somebody showed me a 55 or 50, a 60-year-old woman, 60 plus. I just got married. You know,
Even from 72, they are still there.
70,
Yeah.
the 70-year-old man recently got married. Oh, it's even a man. Okay. It is true. It's true. It's true. People can happen to us anytime.
It is true. It is true.
Uncle Fudge. There's a 70-year-old, the Deeper Life general overseer's wife.
Yes.
You know, he lost his wife and then married someone else. I think the woman was about 70.
Why are you talking about the woman? The man is not part of the equation.
I think it's your sister. Uncle Fudge, you know, someone like
look at what you are referring to Don Jazzy with 70-year-old.
No, someone like
that there's still time left.
Someone like Don Jazzy, it might be a little bit difficult. It might be a little bit difficult for him because
to find the right person.
Is the person coming for your fame, your money? It's all made. And he has people throwing themselves at him. So how
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Like that? True. Very tough.
You have to choose. Like my people will say, if you don't, how will I say it now? How will I frame it? If you don't buy or embrace bad stuff, you will not know when good stuff will pass. So you have to be open-minded. You know,
he can just maintain his life, JJ, and be in peace.
But every time every year he complains about it. It can't be. I don't think it's.
Well, we still do divorce, yeah.
No.
Well, you know something. I do not think it is right for them to be forced to do it. I have seen cases where ladies particularly have been forced to do it by their mothers, and mothers will shout, "Can you go and get married? Don't you want to carry your children and all your children, grandchildren?" And this lady, she said, "Okay, fine." Got married, brought the children came, and she went to dump the children with mama in village. And mama started shouting, "Akintunde, I have done it now. These are the children." You know, I've seen it. And it's quite daring. I don't like forcing people to. It's a mind made up thing. Don't do it because people are asking you to do it. Think about it. Because the likes of, I won't mention the name, the diverse people are standing by. They will be nice to see
Yeah.
to see a bit of that happen. But
Uncle Pai,
it's a long.
Uncle T, Uncle T, on a lighter note, but more seriously, I say with all sense of caution, do you know we have 2 weeks old, 4 weeks old, and 6 weeks old
Wow.
marriages that are crashed,
Wow.
that we've done
Wow.
divorce
Wow.
in? It's that bad.
Wow.
So for
Wow.
me, I'm a bit hesitant when somebody says he
I
doesn't
like
want
it.
to marry, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Just stay until your mind is ready for this thing. Imagine the
Yeah.
shortest we have is 4 days.
4.
They were married for 4 days. Yes.
And they now want
And
divorce.
yes. And they
2
scattered.
days.
So they waited. There's a waiting period for divorce, but the whole marriage lasted. I have 4, I have 2 weeks, I have 6 weeks that we've done and concluded the divorce.
Wow. Wow.
So
In fact,
that's
the
why I always
concept
tell
of
people marriage is not for the
No,
faint-hearted. It's
no way.
beyond the glamour and the wedding. Marriage is 99%
in fact,
responsibility, 1% enjoyment.
Yes.
in fact, the process of divorce is longer than the marriage itself. It's
Yes.
shocking.
It
It's
Yes.
is.
shocking.
Could be.
It's
Yes.
shocking. Okay,
Could be.
gentlemen, we'll take a break and come back. This may be apt. Olamide says it was okay. So don't just it was okay. Just wait there and mind your business until the weather clears.
Cool. Weather is cool.
Oh my. Check your microphone, Akin. This cracking sound.
Okay. It's my
Oh,
internal mic.
you have to be shutting it off intermittently.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But I think, like Akin said, it's going to be hard for Don Jazzy to find true love because too
True
many
love.
people will be swarming him. He's 100% made. And
Yeah.
with his kind of job, he will attract 90% wrong women.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait.
I mean, attract women for 90% for the wrong reasons will come around him.
Mm.
But soon you have been generous with 90%.
We are 100.
Because I was in that sort of situation when I was university. Because everybody saw me as a campus big boy. I was also in the union. So I mean, it was as bad as ladies will come around on Friday evening.
Hey,
And they will
Baba.
actually prepare themselves so that they can
La
spend
la
the
la
weekend.
Friday.
And it was that bad. And they'll be eyeing each other as if they want to kill each other over who.
Wow.
It was that bad. So and it was that period I had to seek counsel from one of my mentors, and he said no, what he said years ago was now what I brought to mind. So I quickly looked around. I saw my wife was the kind of person I could settle with. So I called her, and she was far younger than I was. So I called her. I said, this journey we are on, it's not plain. That I'm serious. That anything you see, anything you hear, just ignore. Just face it.
Baba.
Everybody was around me. I mean, she was even younger than most of the people, and I mean, and they were very affluent ladies using vehicles and stuff like that one, and she said, you're not competing with them. Just face me. Don't worry. Just and
Very well done.
Yeah, especially. I mean, the lady was.
Enter Banoja language.
The lady was asking me, why are you telling me this
It's a
now?
tough one.
I
Oh.
said,
Quite tough.
because I want you to know that you are the one.
Hey.
You are the one. Just hold on for me. You are the one. You know,
When I finish.
I had to play this role. I'm a politician. I had to play this role. Just hold on for me. I'm not going anywhere. Just hold on for me. I mean, and
No, but it's always tough. It's always tough.
very,
Very
very,
tough,
Particularly for
right?
somebody of his status.
yeah,
Very,
very.
very
Is
tough, right?
He's made already.
Very
So
tough.
how do you want him
yeah.
to? He's made already.
And
Okay,
another
guys, I
thing
came back
people
on
do.
air.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sheko Wale, Kudros okay. Sheko Wale. If I should, if I are taken to music, oh my,
Ah,
I'll
Fudge,
be out of this world.
Fudge,
Eh?
Hope Tamina is
Fudge,
not there.
Fudge. Can we proceed, please? Can we proceed?
You guys,
Hope
that's
Tamina is not in the studio.
at least I'll be better than Daniel currency. You know. Okay, we are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. This is the Vintage Talkshow. I'm with Tokunbo, Bosun, Osifowora, and Akintunde-Johnson, and of course, Omolara and Isife just left us. And we thank God for their lives, contributing to the entertainment beat. It was interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. Now we move on to Niger trends, trending stories within the Nigerian space. But first, we need to pay some money and do some commercial. We'll be back shortly. Yeah. Well, I've just been corrected, and I stand and indeed stand to be corrected. I just said Omolara and Esife have just left us. Thank God for their lives. No, I meant they have just left the studio. We thank God for their contribution this morning. We thank God for their contribution this morning. Oh man. So any other intention and implication denied?
You know what?
Uh-huh.
It's for us, for you, for Fudge. It's slightly belated because in our minds we had reversed it.
Yeah, you have the fact. We thank God
In
for
our
good health.
minds we have reversed it.
Thank
It's
God
like
for
your
good health.
collars. You say you've lost your
And
collars. We've just lost him. How can you just lose a collar?
it is indeed
So don't worry,
so.
Fudge. They
Oh
will live
boy.
long. They will live long.
Okay. Okay, we are back to business. And like I said, Mr. T is here, Bosun is here. We call it Boss Money. And Akin is here. We'll channel through the Niger Trends beats. Please, this is where you can join us. You can call us. The number to 13 697 3485. Again, I'll take it. You can join us, air your views or your comments as briefly as you can. 0913 697 3485. Now we move on. What do we have this morning on Niger Trends? Hmm. The 2027 polls. Presidency welcomes Jonathan to race. Presidency says former President Goodluck Jonathan is free to join the 2027 presidential race, but insists Nigerians won't forget what it calls his disastrous record in office. Presidential aide Bayo Ononuga dismissed claims by Professor Jerry Gana that Jonathan will return on the PDP ticket to defeat President Tinubu. He accused Jonathan of wrecking the economy between 2010 and 2015 through mismanagement of oil revenues and security funds, warning that Nigerians will not allow such a return. By contrast, Ononuga said Tinubu has GDP and and reduced inflation, declining the PDP broke the economy. Tinubu is fixing it. That's from a presidential aide. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. What? How is a presidential spokesman be talking politics? I don't get it. Eh? Why is
In
there no
fact,
longer seen as like APC secretary or secretary publicist? I don't
I
get it.
think I think, with all due respect to Mr. Byron Onuga and all he has achieved as a journalist, I think this work he's been given is a mismatch because the way I've been looking for the appropriate English word, but because English is not given to polygamy, a Yoruba word would fit it. The Orogun, the way Oroguns fight. That's
Fight.
basically what he does. Like like first wife, second wife fighting themselves within the house and
No, no,
throwing,
no holds
tirades
bad.
and
No,
all
no,
that.
no holds bad session.
He
No holds
forgets
bad.
that he holds a national portfolio that speaks to the achievement of the president. If Jonathan is contesting, even if they go and wake Awolowo, that shouldn't be your bother. Just face what your principal has done and keep reeling out his good deeds without
That's all.
looking at. Yeah, I've started doing politics in 2025 for something that is 2027. For me, it shows panic. And I
Hmm.
don't think it's necessary. There are people in the APC who can actually do that. This is looking like a PDP APC fight. Let the spokesperson for APC face him, not you as a national person. So, and he's not just this one, he's done quite a number like that. And if you look at where he's coming from, I think sometimes I say this, that there are some jobs you pick up that may rubbish your past achievement. And this is
Yeah,
beginning to look like it because
yeah.
he's a fantastic journalist. He's done well for himself. And this job is beginning to make him look funny. But he doesn't need all this. That's just my own position.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I agree totally with Bosun, and I've said it in a forum before that most of the or all of the presidential spokesperson we have had, they didn't they didn't do their job well. They they are just like Uncle Fat said, they are just like party spokesperson. They are trying too hard to keep their job. They are supposed to be the president's spokesman, not the party's spokesman. And we've seen it that even someone that is not part of them is doing a better job of being President
Mhm,
Tinubu's spokesman
mhm.
than they are, and it's disheartening. Yeah, I mean, even when um, this um,
Reno,
what was it?
Reno,
The arise, Doctor, the arise.
Abati, Abati.
Aha, even when Dr. Ruben Abati, ever before Dr. Ruben Abati became a presidential spokesman, I was following him on the guide. I loved him. Immediately became, he just rubbished everything. I mean, it religiously on Saturday. My neighbor would buy Guardian. It was the Nation. I could remember then. I was not working then, but I will always buy the, and it was it the Nation or Punch or something like that one I would buy then. My neighbor would buy Guardian, and he was the chairman of the editorial board of the Guardian.
Yes, Guardian.
Yeah, and fantastic editorial, fantastic. I mean, but immediately it became that. I now looked at what is wrong with this man? And these are people that we could really say that yes, from their track record, they had a pedigree, but they rubbish the pedigree immediately.
Sorry, Aki, if I can add, same for Adeshino. Same for Adeshino. I used to follow him in the Sun newspaper, and then there's something about that position that just kind of like that messes up one.
I'm sorry, I beg to differ a little bit. There's nothing about the position. There's nothing about the position. It is the job description, the job skills targeted to those seats that they carry into themselves. They change position and immediately assume the political structure, which is expected of them, number one. Secondly, in Nigeria of today, opposition is seen as a bile duct, a completely venomous package. We should stop seeing, look. Thank God we have footballers here. If you see every attack, every attacker coming to you as a defender, right? You are not meant to kill them and kill the ball. You are not meant to focus on the ball, or otherwise they will ban you from playing for life because you always kill people. That's the truth. We do not understand what it is to be in opposition and to work against opposition. Opposition get them all. No, I'm not. Yeah, but when you get there as a refined person, a structured professional, somebody who knows the courts, right? What you need to do is maintain. Maintain. You cannot say that you want to wear the political garb. You can't represent them. Let them represent themselves, okay? You could come for advice and all that, give them advice, but don't be seen to be putting your finger on those things. And that's what hurt me. What one of us said earlier now that really touched me is, it was Bosun. A small attack, currently now, a small misstep you take could rubbish everything. Look at everybody, all we've talked about today. You remember them from the days of yore, and they wrote well. You followed them. Even when they wrote the things you were not principled towards, you still will clap for them. But yeah, these things are finally done and editorialized, But now is a different kettle of fish. Political structures should know. Give them job descriptions. Don't just bring the guy in and tell him, look, this is what we expect. Can you do this job this way? If you cannot, leave it. However, they also should know that it is wrong for you to pick people with incredible professional skills, okay, and make them look cheap and rubbished in a situation like this. Yeah.
Uncle T, quick one. Yeah. There's this saying that I coined, and I think it's appropriate here. It's not every open door that is actually a breakthrough. There are some jobs you don't need to take.
Yeah.
That's just my own position on it. That's my final take.
You're right.
For me, right. you know why I respect someone like Sanusi Lamido Sanusi. He will tell you this is what I want to do. So it's either you agree with him or you don't. Most often time these people just like it's now my turn, so they take up the job. But it's like it's my turn now.
A job that will rubbish your legacy is not what's taking off. It's not what's taking off.
It's a mentality issue.
It's not like one is hungry now. You've made a life from what. I mean, what else do you want?
But so like someone said,
let me give you a personal example. Let me give you a personal example. I was informed by one of my younger junior colleague about uh, the state, the governor told him that, why don't you speak to this guy to come and be our spokesman, referring to me. Why don't you speak about this guy to come and be our spokesperson so that he's credible, he has name, he has this, and he has bad mouth or whatever, and I know that they psychoanalyzed me, so to speak, in their oven. And they asked me
Did you say that too?
this is what they said. I'm not saying that's what I am. I have very good
Oh,
people and
no.
good bad.
I get it. No, I understand.
Anyway, so he said, Faj will not take that to. Faj will not do this, will not do that to. Faj will not say, I say, is it not about we pay him well, we do this and do that and that, you know? So about a few months after, he saw me and said, this is what so and so person said, and this is what I said. I hope I'm right. I thank God for your life. That disgrace ourselves. Our relationship. I can't, for crying out loud, because of what my principal will benefit, abuse somebody in the clique of adjacent or Famoroti or those who have pedigree. That I don't know about. I can't do that because of politics. I can't do that. I can't trash people just for trashing, not because they are done bad. You just now begin to complete all kinds of back up. No, so there are some things, there are some doors that are not breakthrough indeed. Of course, I was in a position where I was in a position where that kind of opportunity will be a breakthrough for me. But no, I remember where I've come. I've worked for almost 40 years in this industry, and now I'll now become somebody's lapdog, right? I mean, the person. I'm even older than the person. I'm even older than the person. So you've been telling me stories on what to say from my profession that I've spent all my life nurturing, and now saying like a running tap that has no control. No. I think it's self-dignity.
Thank you, Yoruba to say. I'm begging, carry your thing.
Uncle Pan,
Back to
the sad thing about all this. Even in all this, because we are pained about these people as they are rubbishing their pedigree, rubbishing their legacy. The sad truth is that even the subject matter itself, it's like this in every forum. It's almost always forgotten, and that is that what is this other man is coming back to find in the government house.
to look for,
Because the popular saying, "Quit when the ovation is loudest." It seems with our politicians, it is never the same. It is just come back so that you can rubbish your legacy.
Because sometimes
I mean, the man has done well, and he has a good name now. What is he coming back to do?
the question here, what is it coming back? What has he forgotten to take from that house that he wants to come back and take now? That is my angle to the story. And you see, and I feel sorry, Fad, I'm sorry. And I honestly feel that should be the focus of those who work for government now. Let people come in. Why should you be there to debate? No, the more the merrier. Please come in. And do you understand? And stay aloof. And stay aloof.
Do you think he's the one coming back? Uncle C, do you think he's the one coming back, or they are pushing him?
No, it's the same thing.
When it gets to the line,
sometimes, it's people that will push you. They will sing your praises. They will push you up to a point, and you feel you are the best thing after sliced bread, until you get there and they remove the shock from under you. And like my late dad would say, sorry, I'm bringing this in again, like I did last week. The people that will push you, the way they will run away when everything scatters. My dad would say in Yoruba that Tasi Kibolo Fawa, the people who got you on to shoot your arrow, you'll be the one that will go and find it in the bush. They won't follow you. When he gets there and he sees it, it's a piece in this Nigeria that Kotangura contested. His families were there for primaries and he got 0 votes. His wife was there, his daughter was there. when they counted the votes, I don't know if you remember PDP back then,
I
he got
do. I
zero.
do.
Are you
I
saying
remember.
his wife and children didn't recognize him? Abi didn't know. Let him go. He will soon see the
Bosun,
scores.
Bosun, Majo Lomo wenye, Majo Lomo
Exactly.
wenye.
Guys,
Yeah.
let's move on. Yes, I have many stories.
Exactly.
I have many
Exactly.
stories here. Let's move on before the time beats us to it. Our next story is we need Bosun's help here. He says wrong girls must pay tax. The federal government says even sex workers must now pay tax under new laws. Chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, Taiwo Oyedele, explained in Lagos that any income from goods or services is taxable, whether legitimate or not. He added that gifts and money transfers remain exempt. The reforms, signed into law by President Bola Tinubu in July, overhaul tax administration and revenue services nationwide. So you're saying, Rose girl, you are providing service, therefore you pay tax. How are they going to tax that? I'm wondering.
Number one.
They
Number
don't
one.
have
How do they
they
know?
have
How do they know they
address.
are runs girls?
How do they know
Do
who
they
the
have an
man is
association?
sending? And
Do they have
how do,
an association?
oh, no.
Who is their
How are they
Well,
going to
two
president?
tax?
things. Two things. Two things. Since Uncle Fight has called my attention, two things. Lately we've seen on
No, no, no. I'm
Instagram
telling you as
where,
a lawyer, you. I'm telling you as a
as a
lawyer,
lawyer, yes,
you.
yes, I'm
As a
speaking as a
lawyer.
lawyer. No, I'm
Okay,
speaking as
good.
a, I don't patronize wrong people.
No,
Who
just to
said
be
that
clear,
now?
just to be
Who
clear.
was
I want to be very clear. I don't have any other
I have
intention. Okay.
I have a top wife who is also a lawyer, so I'm circumspect in my
Wow.
dealings.
Aha.
So,
oh my God.
yeah. So now basically we see a lot of we see a lot of young ladies who
Mm,
flash, I mean, who display inordinate wealth on
Mm.
social media, and
yeah.
you can point to the fact that they have no visible means of livelihood, and some of
Mm-hmm.
them display things that people who have worked, who are even pensionable, can never boast of, even in
Mm.
two work
Yeah.
lifetimes. So
Yeah.
definitely it's worth looking in their direction. Now, but you see, that I think that's what informed this argument about taxing runs girls. But on a second thought, you want to look at it that laws are not meant to be obnoxious. Laws
Mm,
should not support causes that are that are not um, good for the societal fabric. Being a runs girl, being a prostitute, fine to say is the oldest profession, but laws shouldn't look into their direction and give them validation, because
mm,
the effect in the long run is that people will publicly take to prostitution, and it's like you were pouring what if you are pushing a drum filled with water, you don't know how far the water will
so
go.
we feel, yeah.
So
Mm.
so the unintended consequences of this thing, I bet you the country won't be able to manage it. It's better they leave them, allow them to go. They are quite insignificant, and don't give vent to what they're doing, so that the young people don't take to that lifestyle. They're already doing it, but don't legitimize it. That's just my own take on it. Laws should not support obnoxious things or things that actually will bring down the society or put the society
Mm-hmm.
in a wrong, give society a wrong perception. That's it. This thing for me, it doesn't cut it. It doesn't work, and they should just allow it to slide. It's not good. It's not something. It's like a pastor telling you go and steal and come and pay tithe. Come on.
Mm.
By the time by the time they
Mm-hmm.
steal what you can't imagine, you will know that you have caused problems for yourself, for the society, and for everybody. So this thing should be expunged. It shouldn't be looked into and just allowed to just slide. Let's pretend that we don't see that side. Whatever they display, just let them be. It's a low level of the society. Don't give credence to it.
Really? Yeah. Yeah.
Aptly,
Yeah.
aptly put.
Bosun,
But
I
can you tax that display of influence? Because I hear, for instance, is it Yabo Ojo or one of these notable
mhm. Yes, sir.
actors that was showing
Yeah,
off
yeah,
this
Bojo.
and all that, and they sent him a bill, they sent her a bill that if you say in public space that this thing is worth 30 so million, and then you need to, I mean, that means you are making a lot of money, so you have to pay this and that. Can they be
Funny enough,
surcharged
funny enough,
based on their
I'm even opposed to that style of taxation where because I display wealth, you now come in retrospect and start taxing what I have. Taxes don't work like that. It might have been a gift to her. Gifts can never be taxed. All right.
yeah?
So it's if you want to talk about capital gain tax, maybe when she now sells the house, then you can tax her
You can
based
tax
on
her.
that because she's made some gain on that
Mhm.
same gift that was given to her. But because she has a house, you don't know how the house came about. She All you have to do is I know this tax thing, they want to look into everybody's account, see how much is coming in, and then know how much they'll tax you. But you see, they're gonna run into trouble. Right now, they're grandstanding and saying a lot of things. But you see, in the long run, there'll be trouble because I'll tell you what, some people run I think also it's necessary for people to start thinking on how to properly shapen their accounts. Because sometimes clients will pay money into your account, Sariba Michele, do this for me and all that. Now, because you've seen money in my account, does it mean all the money belongs to me? Now, so if I have paid, because for every of, like, I'll give you an example of what I do now. We charge VAT. I pay it. Then you now say because there's money in my account, which I've already paid VAT for the services, you now credit that money to me and then you want to tax me. It's not going to work. I'll take you to court, I'll challenge you, and I bet you I'll win.
Okay,
So
okay,
they'll have a
Bosun,
lot of
this,
litigation on their hand.
this, this scenario, this issue about let's use Yabo as a proxy. Now, if you say it's a gift, but he goes on air, she goes on air to say, this top is 4 million, this bag is I bought it for 11 million, the shoes for 5 million. He begins to count all the apparels on her body, giving it how much you bought it and from where, the designer and all that. How do you escape that?
A, a gift is free, but somebody paid for it.
No, this is not a gift. He's telling you the cost of each
It is the
item on
one
our body.
saying this is because sometimes these people do these things to hype. Uncle Fudge, we have
That's
seen
what I'm saying.
plenty
That's what
artists.
I'm saying.
We
Yeah.
have seen plenty artists that would display houses. They started from, I don't know if you remember this MTV thing, My Crib. It's from Yankee that they started it.
True.
And they
True.
brought it
Yeah.
down here, where they will go and borrow houses, tell you this is my crib, this is that. They did it even up to the biggest of the biggest ones here, until the owners of cars and houses started collecting it. We have top
That's
A-list artists here who displayed houses for us, only for us to see that the house is even under mortgage in someone else's name, not theirs. Now, so they need to scrutinize before they run after these people. You buy a top for 4 million. What work are they doing? So it's just hype to so that when they want to call them for work, you price them higher.
you
That's
know how
what they
to
do. All these
you know how
people,
to pay
they
them.
are not standing on anything, no.
Okay.
I think we've gotten it all wrong somehow. We've allowed all these things to fester for too long. You know, there was one day I said on this show that I have seen people who will go to remote areas where nicely built hotels are structured or situated, and then they walk out of it as if it's at home. They drive into the garage as if it's theirs. And for every time we see this thing, it just knocks our head. Okay, can't it be? And it's a bad pointer to those who are coming after. Everybody wants to live like that. Sorry, everybody in quote, not us, not you, not me. But they want to live like that. I think we have to sit down and think about it. They are all guilty of these things. What government probably wanted to do was chip or clip their wings in a way I do not think, just as Bosun has explained, I do not think they would be a little bit careless to know that they can always win with that kind of tax. No, you may
You
not
can't
be
you
able to.
can't build you can't build a
You may
tax
not be able
regime
to.
on that
No.
kind of thing. It's spacious, it's speculative. So you now
Bosun,
start
Bosun,
going. If you go into our account, you may not see money.
Bosun,
Yes.
Bosun, but you know that all this, I just glossed over it and I count it as just a social media hype because they have enough work, not to not to talk of men taxing
Yeah.
runs girls. And some of these reports are not really reports. Someone is just looking for an angle so that we will go back to that site again and again and see, okay, they want to
No,
tax
no,
runs girls
he made the
because
It
statement
was
in the
stated.
public forum. He
It
made the
was
statement
stated.
in the public forum.
yeah,
Yeah, it was not.
that's why I said it's just social media hype. They have enough work already, as in enough work already, and I know
Why would
about
they
that
want to
because
tell
I had
you?
someone.
Don't you wait? You will soon hear them.
Because okay, so you want to go to the hotels where to go and start running up.
They will give us
Enough,
the style. What they are
enough
going to
companies
do.
are not
But
paying tax already. It's just everybody
They
can
must
just
all be
claim it.
registered under one brand. They must have
but
identity
seriously,
cards.
Whoa,
Yes.
seriously,
yeah.
Aki, how do they want to go after these runs girls? Are they registered? Are they going to meet them on
I'm
the
saying
street?
that.
Or like
Uh,
you said, would
They
they
you are
wait
even
for
they will
them at
call
the
for
hotel?
they will
Bosun,
call for
You are even
census.
saying
They will call for census on
run
registration.
girls.
Yes.
They are not found in hotels again. Run girls are not found in hotels again. They are found on
And
everyday
then
street.
the girls will come out and say, "I am this." They'll have
This.
tiers and categories. They'll have levels like the band A,
Yes,
band
they
B,
Like
band
have
A.
levels now.
Band B, Band
And
B,
and and
Olosho.
and then where you
What
operate
they want
from,
to do,
location of your operation also matters. Are you in Abuja
yes,
or are you
and they
in?
have different levels, categories. You know,
they are
what they
making
people want to
they are
do is
making a mess of this thing.
comedy and burlesque.
Because it's a
That's what
bit
they do now.
messy.
That's what they're doing now.
But so it's a bit
Like Aki
messy.
said,
It is a bit
when you
messy.
are judging
Kilode.
for different kinds of things, oh my, I bet let's move on to better things. You want to, you want to tax Olufio. I mean, what they call the Ross guest. Um, there's a serious beat. It's quite sad. Death of a Rise TV anchor. Fresh details have emerged on the tragic death of a Rise TV anchor, Somchuku Maduagu, who died after jumping from a second floor flat in Abuja during a robbery attack. Armed men stormed the Katampi compound, killing one vigilante and tying up four others, while looting 10 apartments. President Tinubu has ordered a full investigation and pledged that the killers will be brought to justice. Journalists union, political leaders, and governors have all mourned the 29-year-old broadcaster, also a trained lawyer, whose death has sparked outrage over security failures. It was so sad to such a young, ebullient uh, personality. He had to
Very.
jump. There are all kinds of stories coming up about details of what happened, why she jumped, to what state she jumped, and all that. Uh, I think the government
It's a
just
very it's a
negate
very
the
sad.
It's a
very
very
sad.
sad one. And but like I tell people, you don't die before your death. You, I mean, if anything at all, people are always um, very cautious and afraid to be around me where I stay because they will say you are hearing gunshots and then you are not running. I said, okay, how am I going to know if I'm running away from or towards? Where am I running to? Twice. I was in secondary school then. I could remember. Robbers came to rob this Coca-Cola truck. They came with heavy guns and stuff, and I was upstairs. And everybody was running helter skelter and stuff like that one. And I just hid behind the pillar like that one. I was just watching them, and people got injured. And at the end of the day, they were saying that I'm too bold. And I was looking at, but you are the one running around. Me, I was seeing them, and I knew that I was safe where I was. So where would I be running to? I will be running, and they will. And I was putting on a yellow shirt. I'll be running, and they will see the yellow shirt running, and they will not go for me. I mean, and the other
Akin,
one was, sir.
Akin, sorry, let me
Yeah,
quickly comment. Um,
yeah.
we react differently to things. It's unfortunate the young
Exactly.
lady had to die the way she did. Let me give you a personal
Mm-hmm.
example. I've been robbed in the same place from where I'm talking, and
Huh?
that affected my sleeping pattern.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
How I knew is that every time I travel outside the country, me that I always pride myself that I wake up between this time and this time to read or pray, I sleep soundly. So I realized that is the trauma of
Yeah.
this is 6 years after. I
Mm.
still every time I sleep in this same house, I wake up at a certain time. That's the time they came. But it
Mm.
doesn't
Mm.
happen every time I go outside. So it took a while before I realized that we react differently to things.
We do.
Nigeria has failed this lady security wise. The panic and everything, it's unfortunate. She saw danger, and that was the only way she could react. The only
Yeah.
thing I want to point out was that for the first time, police did a good job. They came out and narrated everything because there was a
Mm.
skewed narrative earlier on
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
police didn't come. They said they didn't have this,
Yes,
but they came
yes,
to clear
yes.
the air.
They
And
have
I think that
people
put
and all.
paid to the tension that was already brewing. They said by the time she
Yeah.
got to the
Right.
hospital, she was already brought in dead. And
There.
and
Yeah.
that's it. The unfortunate thing is that how a band of armed robbers of about 20, all armed, will move and rob a
For
building
hours.
comprising of about 20 flats
That's the point.
Yes. So
in the
That's the point
Federal
for me.
Capital Territory
That's the
without
point.
police or any form of security coming in. That is the point
Mm.
of argument here.
at least
Mm-hmm.
some of the victims will be calling the police, will be calling emergency
Uh,
lines and
Definitely.
all that. So
no,
why there was no
Uncle Fad,
intervention
Uncle
for
Fad,
over
Uncle,
an
Uncle
hour?
Fad, Uncle
Do
Fad.
you know
Yeah.
that it's not the
Until,
first time it has happened to a broadcaster in
yeah,
the same
Yes.
Abuja
but
area years ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
God bless her
That
sweet
one was
soul.
that
And
was
yeah,
very
and that
terrible.
hits
not
me.
holding, no, not holding brief
Let's
for
hear Aki,
anybody.
please.
Not holding brief for anybody. Sometimes when these things happen, you'll be surprised at how people forget about the police and anything, and nobody calls, especially to those that is happening to.
Yeah,
Because
depending
it,
on how people
uh,
react. Yeah.
so also until someone comes out to say we call the police and they didn't respond,
Mm.
because
Mm.
sometimes we just assume that these people didn't respond, because I
Yeah,
happen
that's a
to know
point.
that in my area I keep on sharing these emergency numbers. Call when things are happening. Don't start shouting. Don't start saying only, 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 only. Nobody will help you. Call, because to be candid, there was a day these people that vandalized vehicles, they came and they saw the megad in front of my house, and they pinned him down. An Hausa man, they pinned him down. They were heavily harmed. But fortunately, the second megad had already run out to the third street, used the security's phone number to call me. Chairman, robbers are around. And to and I was shocked that not up 10 minutes from Area F, from Shogunle, from Akinpelu, from Makinde, they turned up heavily armed in their numbers. If those robbers had spent only 1 extra minute, they would have been caught. And I
Mm.
had to write a commendation letter, as in I was,
That's
and
good. That's a
and
good one.
what I got from the area F commander was that, see, anytime things are happening, people don't call. It is after it has
Mm.
finished happening that people start calling. And how do you want us to respond?
Mm,
That, yes, that there are
I get that.
instances where you
I get.
call and they will tell you there is no petrol, there is no this, but that as a citizen, call. If that kind of things happen, please
Mhm.
escalate the report.
Mhm.
Escalate the report.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so
Thank you.
it's unfortunate that this
It's
really
very,
happened
very
to
unfortunate. Very, very
very
happen to
unfortunate.
her.
It's a sad
The
one.
lady in context, the lady in context happens to be one of the brightest for me. I love
Yes.
when lawyers take up broadcasting garb. They are so eloquent and so good. She was good. She
Mm,
would analyze, she would trend things. And I honestly, I just said to myself, oh, this is big. This is big an asset to this place. Likewise, some other faces I know. But it was just shocking to hear the story. It's not turning out to be a waste because a lot more has to be done to correct the ills. And something has to be. I love the way the presidency came out. I love the way he mandated. I love the drive. So let's cross our fingers and see. And I know that work is on. They must be
yeah.
caught.
We pray that the
Yeah.
culprit will be caught as quickly as possible. So that,
Yeah.
and we pray for more vigilance and security in around everywhere.
Yeah.
In this country, there's everywhere.
Yeah.
Those guys don't take minutes everywhere. It's so sad.
Mhm.
Okay, we ask for peace and fortitude for the loved ones left behind and her colleagues, home and abroad. It please accept our condolences. Okay, our next story. Time is far gone. Remi Tinubu on Muslim ticket. First Lady Luremi Tinubu has revealed that her church distanced itself from her during the controversy over her husband's Muslim ticket in 2023. In a new memoir, she called it a bitter pill that split her parish. But she said she chose forgiveness and faith. Mrs. Tinubu, who rose to assistant pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God, said despite hostility, many encouraged her, and she remains committed to serving God and supporting her husband's presidency. You see, nobody checks what happens to uh, the spouses of politically exposed people. I can imagine being married to a Muslim, and in that period of Muslim ticket, the country was virtually divided into two, and then the church that she attends also was divided into two.
They turned
And they
against
were
her.
eyeing her. It's
But
done
they
against
turned
her. You
again.
got
They
yeah.
turned against Jesus Christ. Gone now. That brought the
Have
gospel.
you?
So,
Yeah, have you? Even the owner of
so
the church,
you
they turned
spare us the
against.
story, I beg.
Okay,
If, even when Jesus
But
was carrying the sin of the world, God self turned his eyes. So,
have you?
ah, yeah, where
We
did
are
he
just
get
wicked.
Lama Sabatani? Yeah, why have you forsaken me? So, if human beings forsake you, it comes with the
It's
territory.
true. It's true.
It's just no, but
But so
sincerely speaking,
my
no,
yes.
no, I'm coming, sir. Sincerely speaking, the Muslim thing was a scare, and some people really escalated it. And thank goodness it happened. And we've seen that everybody's
Mm.
fears have been allayed. Nobody's even looking in that direction. At least Buala that said the reason
Thank
why he
God.
was
Yeah.
leaving was because of
That's
that,
because of
has come back and is
He
enjoying
has come back.
himself now. So,
Has
but
come back.
basically speaking,
Politics.
it, politics, they can escalate anything. And it was a big scare because some quarters we've seen all kinds of things before. And this is not the first time we're seeing Muslim. Idi Agbo and Buhari Muslim. Abiola
Mm.
and King Dibe Muslim.
Big
So
Muslim, yeah.
I think the people who actually sell us on this religious divide, they are the ones who are the mischief makers.
The
Nigeria
churches.
is too big. Nigeria is too big for anybody to come and
Anybody
Islamize or
will try and
Christianize
circumvent
this
and
country.
yes,
We are
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
this is not Uganda or East Africa where everybody will just
okay,
follow one person.
at all,
So
okay.
Nigeria is
I
too
want
at
to
all.
get
big and we're cerebral. So it's not, but
yeah,
it's unfortunate for her,
And
but now she's
really,
reaping it.
yes, unfortunately, and
yes,
churches should begin to, they should grow with this. This is really, really off it. Churches should be seen to
learn
unite.
from that.
Yeah.
No
And she will
tolerance.
feel bad because of the input of things she has done to the church. Sometimes you look
Nothing but
back, it's in a memoir, and I thank God for that. It's just in her past, but I think she was right in talking about it. She feel good now. That's all. And
yeah.
people who own churches will begin to think about this. Yeah, it was a
Persecution
risk.
comes with Christianity.
But
But you know,
I want us to
it keeps on.
quickly move on.
also,
I
yeah,
still want us to
also,
treat I still want us to do
oh my God,
two stories.
oh my God, let's go and watch Arsenal.
Please listen to me.
Chelsea is playing Liverpool. Uncle Fad.
I don't know. Can we go on, please? Can we move on, please?
Uncle Fad, Chelsea is playing Liverpool.
Can we? My God is the miracle working
Did
God.
you hear that, please?
Thank God, thank God.
At
Boy, we need
5:30.
to be happy now.
At 5:30.
Watch out the miracle that will happen at 5:30. God is still in the
Gang.
business of making. Okay. Next story. Leave Chelsea alone. Next story
The man miracle.
is quite bewildering. Our doctors are overstretched. Oh my time. Nigeria has just one doctor to every 9,083 citizens, according to the Association of Resident Doctors. The group says the exodus of over 16,000 doctors in recent years has left those remaining working up to 122 hours a week, risking burnout and patient safety. With effect from October 1st, the resident doctors said they will no longer take continuous calls beyond 24 hours. They are urging government to improve conditions, recruit more doctors, and ensure fair pay, warning the health system is at the breaking point. Over 9,000 patients to one doctor. The WHO was thinking about 400 or 450.
Uncle Fudge. Sorry.
Okay, let's
Yes.
Go ahead.
Please, I don't know where they got their statistics from, because we just like showing numbers in this country without verifiable facts. I know the public health system is overstretched. That I know. Yes. But that number is abnormal, because where
You
did
can't
it
dispute me.
get?
They are the
Okay.
President
I have
President-
the contrary view.
The fact is that it is happening. Actually, the numbers. This is my
I
humble.
have a contrary view.
I said
Yeah.
the public health system.
Let's hear the contrary
public
view.
The public
We
health
hear
system
you. We hear you.
No, Uncle
We
Fad,
hear
Let me
you.
let me
Let's
quickly
get
say
doctors
something.
and
Aki, wait. Aki, please wait. Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a second. 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago, before this old jackpot thing became big, my mother-in-law had a school in Oregon, and somehow it was Easter Friday. I'll never forget. The driver he was supposed to go and pick some kids. Somehow he got into an accident and he got into a coma, and they took him to the emergency point at the former toll gate by Magodo, overlooking Magodo. Coincidentally, that day Lut was on strike, so it was only Lasut. I kid you not. 10 years ago, before Jackpot, and I know 10 doctor friends that have jackpot after that time. My own that I know. And I know a number have jackpot afterwards. Now, this is where I'm going. Do you know that when we got to the emergency ward that day at Lasut, this same Lasut, there were two doctors. One was in the inner chamber attending to more serious cases, and then there was a female doctor who was attending to those they were bringing in, just two of them. The female doctor was literally spinning around like this, like, attend to this one, attend to this one. She was turning. I was there for 4 hours. We were making calls, trying to do everything. Now, this is where I'm going. This thing happened around 10. We had been at last week around 11. a lot of people were coming in. By 6:30, this is the most unfortunate expression I've ever heard in Nigeria. They said it in Yoruba, I'll say it in English. They said, because there was no bed, they said, Ọlọ́run ti bá yín ṣe, èèyàn kan ti kú, bring him.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I was there. I was involved because I had to call everybody. That was how they were able to bring in the guy. Somebody had died at emergency, and they took him away. Now, that experience never left my head. Since then, a lot of doctors have left. I know quite a number that have left. I've met enough that have gone out. I don't know the statistics, so that's why I'm not arguing with Akin. But I'm telling you that we don't have enough doctors, just like we don't have enough police. This was a personal experience. I was involved directly. So that's why I know that we don't have enough personnel for medical attention in this country.
No, we
and
don't.
only God can help us.
No, we don't. You know, my mother went through the same thing. I keep on telling people, emergency in Nigeria is not emergency. We took Mama to Lutz. I got there by 9 a.m. There was no bed in the emergency. 2 professors came to intervene, and they took me and the professors inside to show that there was no bed. Mama was inside my vehicle, AC on, from 9 o'clock in the morning till 4 p.m. in the evening. And what we got was what they call speed over emergency. And we had to pay through our nose to even get a bed in that place. So we had to pay through our nose to get a bed in speed over emergency simply because we knew who was who.
Hello, good morning.
There was a lady came
Hello,
and she
Akin, have the caller. Good morning.
Okay.
Then for the medicine, medical department now, the health. I think the president on his Independence Day broadcast said, education is better than 1960. There are a lot of things happening now with the girls that died, ladies that died in Abuja, everything attached to the podcast. What the president is saying is wrong. I think Nigeria is just almost a basket situation. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
Gentlemen, we have a few minutes more.
Can I just drop something, please, which is important, right? One of us, a journalist who covers health. Sorry, Pat. I'm very sorry. Actually pointed this thing out once. He says, for every time you see a doctor, there are about 5 or 6 student doctors. How do you call them? Doing housemanship, surrounding them. They must work with them. Now, if there is no certified doctor or whatever, right? These guys don't have a chance. They don't have a chance to get in and get a feel of first-hand whatever. So their own regime, including the current jackpers, is huge. So I won't fault your numbers, because not only have doctors gone, right? Medical students are only waiting to pass out. Once they get out, not pass out, I'm sorry. Once they get out of school, with what they have, they're moving out. And current doctors are very, very scared about that. They said it's happening in droves. My problem is this. Government should not sleep. Is the people God loves that is saving? People say every day, just thank God that you are in good health. If you don't feel it, take a walk into the hospitals and see what is happening.
Thank you, Mr. T.
And see what is happening.
Thank you, Mr.
Something
T.
has to be done.
We'll still have stories to talk about where there's no time. Court declares Patutomi's shadow government illegal. Federal government makes thesis project mandatory for NYSC mobilization. You need to show us your thesis before to know that you pass out of university. There's no way for you. Court halls, police tinted glass enforcement, which I would have loved us to discuss. NBA promised that they can give us legal coverage if police are harassing you because of your tint. Another one says court has court halls, police tinted glass enforcement. We don't have time to talk about that. And this is interesting. So let me just throw it before we go. We have a minute and a half. It's the Atiku and 2027 race. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar says he could step aside for a younger candidate if he loses the African Democratic Congress primary ahead of 2027. In a BBC Hausa interview, Atiku stressed he isn't double dealing with the PDP and that his priority is uniting the opposition under ADC. However, a day later, his media team denied reports that he plans to quit for anyone, insisting that he only meant he will support any younger aspirant who legitimately wins the party ticket. When I first saw that, Atiku said, I said, no, I lie. Then the following day comes and said, no, I trust my guy.
Uncle Paja, I thought you would have read the better story, safe. I thought you would have read the better story. I was waiting for you
to I want to be your president. I want to be your president. Okay, gentlemen. There's no time for it. Let's have your final words, gentlemen. Akin, as you go.
Yeah. Well, people stay blessed, stay healthy. Most importantly, stay healthy. Health is wealth in Nigeria. It is more expensive. It's more expensive than for you to so stay healthy and stay blessed. Have a nice weekend, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. T.
I will re-echo the issue of staying healthy. Health is wealth. Grab yours now while it lasts. And government, please, let's have a result quickly of the security challenge in Abuja, particularly as it concerns Sumtok.
Everywhere in Nigeria. Thank you so much. On behalf of Esife, we thank Esife, Ogundadegbe, Omolara Famuyiwa, and everyone that has joined us, including our callers. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you next week. By His grace, have a wonderful weekend and stay blessed.
Taking you to the top to stay. TopRadio 90.9.
It's back to show. Yes, ma'am.
I don't know
orin tí mo fẹ́ play ni mi ráyè play ẹjọ́ ti pọ̀ jù.